kitchen before was about 30 years old. The cabinetry was just old. Everything was old looking. And the house here we thought has a more modern feel to it. So we wanted to go with something much more open and bright.
First time we met Bob and Beth, they came into our store and we talked about potentially remodeling their kitchen. And so the next step was to come out to the home and take some measurements of some photographs of what existed now. After that, we turned it over to one of our kitchen designers and started to come up with a new design. It would be slightly different than what they had, certainly a lot more contemporary looking, and wanted to maximize their storage space. So in the existing space with the old kitchen, being it's an 8-foot ceiling on a house that's a little older, they had soffits, so they only had 30-inch high upper cabinets. So first thing we did was talk about tearing out the soffits and running the new cabinets all the way to the ceiling, which would really give them 30% more, 25% more storage space in all the uppers. And they wanted all new appliances at the same time, so this was an opportune time to take a look at the whole space and come up with a new layout. Concept was to get adequate seating at the island, because that's where they spend a lot of time. Right over the cooktop, that was a place to meet and greet and have wine and eat dinner. So they wanted to maintain that, but we came up with a different design of the island, and we squared it up and accomplished the same thing, but made it more proportional for the space, and at the same time gave them wider aisles to work behind the cooktop and along the sink side of the kitchen as well. On the lower side of the base of the island, we built a knee wall behind the new cabinets because we wanted a little more depth to support the overhang of the top because it's so long. Then they were worried about people kicking their feet against the drywall and marking up the wall and so forth, so we wrapped the entire lower side of the island top with silestone. We mitered a special silestone slab and went on all 3 sides. So the island is indestructible, just like the countertops at this point. In the existing space, we had a 6x6 tile that was older as well. Bob and Beth decided to replace the floor, so we did a nice oversized 24-inch by 24-inch porcelain tile. Porcelain's a lot harder than ceramic, so it doesn't chip or crack nearly as easily, and the color goes all the way through the tile. So we also added some doors that open vertically rather than just horizontally, and those are mixed in with the high gloss acrylic doors, and it's just a great contemporary look, and of course it ties the appliances in with the stainless steel appliances that they chose. Yeah, the cabinets that Bob and Beth chose are high gloss acrylic. It lends itself to a really glossy finish, and it's a very contemporary look. And then of course you dress it up by the hardware you choose, and they chose a nice contemporary pull for all the doors and drawers. Kind of the frosting on the cake for the job was the backsplash. What's popular today is people will run a granite or a quartz silestone countertop, and then we'll pick a different material for the splash, the backsplash that goes between the upper and lower cabinets. In this case, we used a metallic and glass. It's actually a metal and glass combination. The countertop we chose for this project is a silestone, and it's a metallic looking material, and it's 3 centimeters thick, and silestone, unlike granite, never has to be sealed or maintained. So it's very impervious to staining, and it has a 25-year no stain warranty as well. So it's really a maintenance-free countertop that you can just clean with soap and water. Because of our design center and having our own designers on staff, it makes the selection process so much easier for the customer because everything's under one roof. It truly is a one-stop shop location for total design and selections.